Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is News Online on your Pan-African television, Afrique Media. Today we are going to start with the official webpage of Equatorial Guinea. The African performing artist Gossi Edu is set to be traveling to Argentina. From November 16 to 26 in Buenos Aires will be held the first conference on dissemination and training in African performing arts, where the country's artist Gossi Edu is responsible for the project. It is a show where African and Equatorial Guinea talents will be presented, and there will be 10 days of workshop, lectures, plays and performances that will take to the Argentine capital the essence of African performing art techniques. The exploration of African theater representations is presented by Gossi Edu, author, actor and percussionist who has worked under the directions of renowned directors in classic pieces such as Don Juan Tenorio or Caligula. Edu, head of the project, aimed to spread the African performing arts through the painting of Equatorial Guinea ethnicities. We move over to Ghana's official webpage, Government to Support Youth Unemployment. The nation official webpage states that the government is to launch a GH10 million fund to support access to business, financing young people who are desirous to engage in the entrepreneurship. The fund to be administered to the job and enterprises centers, which are to be established across the country, will provide the seed capital to address funding frustration for young and local businesses. It is also aimed at easing the burden on job seekers and first-time young businessmen and women. President John Dramani Mahama, who made this known at the first National Youth Achiever Award in Accra at the weekend, said the move was expected to add to several interventions by the government to address youth unemployment in the country. Ghana again, UEW introduces scholarship for brilliant but needy female science students. The University of Education Winneba has introduced a scholarship scheme for brilliant but needy female science students as a way of encouraging women to pursue science and mathematics-based discipline. Professor Akwasi Asabere Ameyu, Vice-Chancellor of the university, made this known in a speech read for him at the National University Forum on Gender Equality in Winneba. He said science and mathematics were fields of study where women were woefully absent and required such interventions. The forum was organized by the UEW in collaboration with the United Nations under the theme Innovations and Challenges in Pursuing the Gender Equalities Agenda in Higher Education. According to Professor Akwasi, it was time to back political promises with the investment and resources needed, adding that if girls' education continues to the secondary level and beyond, they will be better equipped to make informed choice about their lives. Moving over to Gabon's official webpage, swearing of new members of the Constitutional Court in order to manage the complexity of the High Court. Official webpage states that on October 24, new members of the Constitutional Court appointed last Saturday by the Presidency decree official recently took their duties after a ceremony was presided at the Democratic City by the head of state, His Excellency Ali Bongo Ondimba. For more information on that site, you can follow up the Gabonese official webpage. We go over to Chad. Arrival of the President of the Republic at Calais. Arrived on Sunday afternoon at Calais, President Idriss Déby Itno responded to the people from different sides of the country who waited at the Calais airport to wish the Chadian head of state in their region a warm welcome. Governor Munaji Mbassam Nebe, Ka-Uba administrative authorities, traditional leaders and military, along with many women and young people, were present. Moreover, in Nigeria's official webpage, other oil industry committee to submit reports to President Jonathan. Two other committees set up by the federal government earlier this year on different aspects of the country's petroleum industries are to also present their report to President Goodluck Jonathan on Friday, November 2, 2012. There are the committee established to design a new corporate governance code for ensuring full transparency, good governance, and global best practices in the NNPC and other oil industry parastatals, which had Mr. Dutung Sleman as its chairman, and the committee headed by Dr. Kalu Idika Kalu, which was charged with the duty of conducting a high-level assessment of the nation's refineries and and recommending ways of improving their efficiency and commercial viability. A statement by the Special Advisor, Media and Publicity, Dr. Reuben Abati, on Monday, October 29, said President Jonathan will receive the two reports at the presidential villa immediately after the presentation of the report of the Petroleum Revenue Special Task Force. This is the end of this edition of News Online, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening. Stay connected to the Pan-African Television for more information. We keep in touch.